A while back we had a lot of tornadoes in the middle of the country there, and this is kind of like what it looks like afterward. It just turns everything into a bunch of toothpicks. Kind of reminds you of the story of the big bad wolf, right? Huff and puff and blows the houses down of straw and of sticks. And I was thinking, well, you know, we're making houses wrong, especially for that area. Those areas in there, Tornado Alley. We cannot keep making houses like that. Okay, so I came up with some ideas. I made primitive sketches of this. Please don't make too much fun of it. But basically, to make the house that looks kind of like those TIV vehicles that they use for chasing tornadoes. In other words, make it a little more dome-like. And what I was thinking is that, this could be like maybe 4-inch reinforced concrete, maybe with some plastic mixed in it, or it could even be plastic. But I was thinking something heavy. Okay, and so reinforced concrete, maybe with some 1/4-inch rebar or something like that, and but mix in something plastic like. I'm not sure. I'm not a civil engineer, so I'm more into machine design. But and basically these pieces could be made in a factory. So you just you have a little weld plate down here at the bottom, and then the foundation would have a little weld plate. So you just bring them in and get them lined up and just tack weld them and final weld them, and then this would be like a support in the middle, and these pieces, like I said, could be made in a factory, and they're just brought out and assembled on site, and they don't have to be this exact shape. They could you could have different configurations, but you could have like maybe 5 different models to choose from, so to speak, and then just bring it in, and then maybe tack weld in there, and then final weld, and then seal it, and then put a final seal right there and there. Now, if you want to make the house look more normal, what I was thinking is to maybe put on kind of fake eaves, if you will. So to just continue the line of the roof, maybe on the other side of this joint here, and just have an eave that would go like this, kind of like, and so that you could make the house, at least from the roof, look normal in case people are not wanting that, and in case the wind does come up and want to snap this off, you could even make this on a hinge, so that this eave would just flat back, so that it wouldn't become a projectile knocking into somebody else's house. But I think this would be you could make it even 6 inches thick if you really wanted to guarantee that you're going to survive an F5, right? But the wind is going to come up against this house and just go right on over it. It's not a stick house, okay? And so let's just go through some other ideas here. This would be like just looking at, say, the front door, and so you'd have a little cutout, and then the front door would be like straight up and down, and you could see what I've also thought of is putting a roll-up doors, okay, so that when you could be asleep and all of a sudden the winds kick up or the pressure changes too much to where it says, hey, there's a tornado outside, they would automatically shut down, just like a garage door, only with thicker steel is all, okay? So go back to the first one. So that would be tucked in right here, and so that this would just it would open and shut, kind of like right. I have another. It would be like just shut and open, and you can make it automatic or manual, and the walls inside would be straight up and down. So I guess you could have some space in here for storage or whatever, but that's just kind of a thought that I had. Here would be like so this would be the living space right here, and then walls, like here's a cutout for the front door. The front door would be right there, have windows, and then screen door, and of course your garage could be like this, and so forth and so on. And since everything is made in a factory, you know, these little corner pieces and everything is, you just have these molds, and then once you're done with the molds, you could just pop these out. It doesn't have to be this ugly of a design. I mean, you could, you know, go off like, you know, have little rooms like that, and then you know, go like that. So there, you don't have to. This is just kind of a concept, basically. Okay. So go back to the first one there. Takes a while when I'm doing a video. So that's just a thought. Here's inner walls. Just make a cement foundation, you know, nice and, you know, deep enough to where it's anchored, so, you know, nothing's going to be pulling this up. I mean, you know, if you have the storm doors all the way down, then there's really not that much to cut it, to pull it. I mean, to suck it up. Let's go over here to this one here. Another little idea I had is right on this cutout, instead of make the cutout sharp, make the cutout make, you know, bullnose it, make it kind of just round it right there, so kind of like this, yeah, so that when the wind comes up, it's just kind of zips over, and then so you do have a little bit of an area, but it's not that much area right in here where it's going to catch. Okay, so we got that. We got the roll down. We have the in case you want to make it look normal, we have the fake eaves. They're really unnecessary because you're ceiling right here, you're ceiling here, so you know it really can handle any kind of weather, obviously. And that's basically it. So, you know, I'm hoping that you know, somebody will see this and say, hey, you know what, I could make this. It could be $1 billion business for somebody or a few people, where they could just pop these things out. And, you know, why rebuild a stick house when you know it's going to end up, you know, like this? I mean, look at that. That's an F4 or an F5. And EF4s, EF5s, they could really ruin your day. And why have to live like this when your house doesn't have to be designed like you know, they are here in Southern California? That's where I'm from. And our houses are designed for earthquakes, but if a tornado came here, we'd get our, you know, we'd, you know, have our houses destroyed. So let's make them different. And notice the little brick wall still standing, huh? That's about the only thing left. Okay, so hopefully somebody sees this and runs with it, and hopefully we can save a few lives. Okay, thanks a lot. Hope this is of some help.